is no longer known to us as the guy who married Roseanne. Now he's the guy whose show follows Roseanne. And I hope you'll check this clip out. Look, look.
All right, here's my idea for my next movie. It's gonna be called Karate Rock. In it, I play a guy that beats up a whole bunch of bad guys. Then I sing a bunch of hit songs. Then I sleep with a whole bunch of co-eds. The twist is, at the end I become a priest. Which leaves you wide open for Karate Rock 2.
I don't know, Jackie. Seems like everyone's doing that now.
Yo!
Stephanie said you wanted... You wanted to see me?
Yeah, good news, Grant. We found a new lead for the show. And the backers in the studio are very happy with him.
We resume filming tomorrow. Oh, great. So who's going to play my dad? Oh, my God. Hi, son.
Tom Arnold! First off, I'd like to say thanks to you. You know, you helped me out a lot with my show. You're on the 3rd episode. I want to give you a Tag Tom's hat. And I seriously appreciate it because you helped me out a lot. And now the show's is doing good, and we're going to be on next year, so everything's going great.
Well, you know already it's going to be on next year?
Yeah. They came over and told me.
Okay.
Now, I'm not supposed to tell anybody. Because the other shows will get jealous, but, you know, can't keep a secret.
Okay.
Okay.
Can we talk about your wife for a minute? Because
Yeah, I'd love to.
Okay. I heard, this may not even be true,
Okay.
maybe a short conversation. They say y'all are trying to have a baby.
Well, okay, here, I got to give you, this is so exciting that I'm here, Arsenio, with you, because this is so great. Everybody knows, except you, evidently, in the world, that we're trying to have a baby. And we had tried the in vitro fertilization process, which is the process of the sperm being placed onto the egg while it's still Rosie, the egg is still in Rosie. Now we went up to something a little different. It wasn't working for us. We tried it for a few months. It's very disappointing. For the last month, Rosie's been getting injections of hormones. Can you imagine that? And it's been like 3 times a day. It's been very painful, and it's hard on her, too. But anyway, we went, they took her, this is unbelievable. My wife made 19 eggs this month. It is the record any woman has ever made. The most before was 17. You're only supposed to have like 1. She made 19 eggs this month, and yet she had surgery yesterday. They took them out of her, and then, so then it's up to me. And I'll tell you the truth. I've been trying my sperm count, and I'll tell you, it was real good before my show premiered, and then it premiered real high, and it was still pretty good. And then my ratings dipped a little bit, and my sperm count went down, you know, because they say that, seriously, it was just like, you know, like the Nielsen's, and they say that stress does it to you. And then it's been going up lately, so I was praying that would work out, and Sunday I went in, and, you know, I also considered, you know, Rosie's doing so well. She's developing these eggs. I want to have a baby. What if my sperms don't work, you know? What if, maybe, and I thought about, they have sperm donors. And they have guys that have frozen their sperm. What they do is they give you a list, and they tell you what the guy's nationality is, how tall he is, how much he weighs, and what his hobbies are. Yeah. But they don't tell you if he's ugly. You know, they don't say anything like that. But, you know, and I was thinking about my pride. I said, well, I want it to be my baby. I want to, you know, but then I just, you know how God works in mysterious ways? You know, just as I was saying, I want it to be my baby, I looked in the mirror, and I could see a reflection of the last Arnold family portrait that we had taken with my family back in Iowa. And I looked at him, and I thought, I think I got a better chance of having a cute baby if I roll the dice, you know, so go with the donor. But it turned out it was so nerve-wracking yesterday because I went down there to the hospital, you know, and it was just a special day. Everything worked out great, and the eggs got fertilized. And as of this morning at 9 o'clock, we have at least 5 fertilized eggs, Rosie and I, that have been fertilized by me and her. That is great. Yeah. Actually, they're in a dish. They're in a dish, and they will put the eggs into Rosie tomorrow.
Ooh, that sounds scary.
Yeah, it is, but it's not as hard. It's not as you know. There's other things that are worse.
Like what?
Well, like well, you know, a lot of things, traffic accidents and so forth. But anyway, there are, but it's going to be great, you know, and they just knock her out, and it's a real simple procedure, and then they give her some more injections, and they wait 3 days to see if they take into her uterus that they can reattach, and then they start, you know, it's so wild and great what they can do with science, you know, because they took her eggs and they took my sperm, and they have a needle that just puts 1 sperm in it. And they shoot that right into the egg to make sure it works. I mean, that's unbelievable. Can you imagine the guy that makes those needles that has the 1 sperm? Because you know how small sperms are.
Yeah.
I mean, science, can you figure it out? It is so weird. Anyway, so we're excited. At 9 o'clock, we got the call, and we're ready, and, you know, we're waiting to see what happens this weekend. I got to tell you, Rosie's really been going through a lot of stuff, and I got to tell you one more thing, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
The last time we tried this in vitro thing, we were in Iowa City. It was Thanksgiving, and we were actually in a tumble, but she started ovulating, so we had to drive up to Iowa City to the hospital. We'd never been there, and find a doctor real quick and do the procedure and everything. And trying to have a baby is so stressful on a relationship because you can't you don't really have sex. You know, I go to the hospital by myself, you know, have my deal. She goes, you know, I don't know what she's doing. Anyway, but, you know, I have to go give sperm at the hospital by myself, you know what I mean? And so,
Now, what's that process like, actually?
Oh, that is, I'll tell you, you know what, Arsenio, when I first got into it, I said to myself, now this is, you know, I'm going to the hospital to get the sperm, and I thought, maybe they got like a milking machine down there or something, you know, but no, it's great. It's the same way I've been doing it for years, and, when I was a kid, you know, I took geometry and stuff, and I'll tell you, it never paid off. But what I was upstairs doing in my room, man, it's really paying off now because it is so important to have crafted that. Anyways.
You know, you were here once and you were talking about, actually, you're talking about science. Rosie had to go through an operation to put her in this position.
Yeah, last April she had her tubes reconnected. They'd been severed about 13 years before when she had her last son, Jake. And then she's done a lot to her body to prepare for this. And you know, it's all the stress, and anyway, I gotta tell you, we're driving back from Iowa City, and we had to be there 2 days because it did, what's that, honey? Too late, I'm into it. Anyway, we're driving back. There she is.
Skip it.
It's a good one. We're driving back from Iowa City, you know.
Must be a story she hates.
Okay. Tell me if you hate it after I'm done. Anyway, we're driving back from Iowa City, and, you know, we just had so much stress. We had to go to the hospital, and there's people around, and, you know, you have to do this thing, and we had never really been together. And we're in this limousine, and all of a sudden we say, just roll up the partition, driver, we're going to want some privacy, and we just made love, and it was so great after all the stress that we'd been through in our relationship. And right when we're doing it, about halfway through, I'm done anyway. Okay, right when we're doing it. Rosie somehow gets her foot on the ceiling and kicks the thing that puts the partition down, so it goes down right there, and we're just screaming. Fortunately, my brother was driving, and he's already signed a gag order. Was that okay, honey? Look how cute she is.
Wait a minute. Oh,
that's how it happened.
Wait. You all are applauding Rosie, but have you thought about how her foot got way up on the... What do you do to...
Well, you're in the back of a car. There's not much area to work with. You got to do what you got to do, and she's pretty limber. You know, she picks... All right, I'm in trouble.
Oh, gosh. Should we take a commercial and we go apologize to her?
Okay.
And then we'll come back?
All right,
okay, we'll be right back. Let's go apologize.
Okay.
One time we were all sitting, me, you, and the wife were sitting talking about cosmetic surgery. Would you ever do any kind of...
Well, I'll tell you what. That's why I have a sweatsuit on, because I had a liposuction on my handles were sucked out less than 2 weeks ago. That's why I have this thing on too, because my handles were all. No matter how much weight I lost, I still had love handles, even if I had muscles and everything. And since I was a little kid, even when I was skinny, I had love handles and always bugged me. So I had it sucked out. And then I've gained a little weight since then, so I've actually gained them back. But still, it was worth it. No, you can't gain them back in that one spot. So like now in the middle of my back, I got a big hump. But no, I did this. This is my one thing I wanted to do, you know. And although there's this other operation, boy, it's a dirty show. The one where they take the fat from one part of your body, and I just want to say it. I saw it on TV. They put it in your penis. They take a, and then it's, can I talk about it? It's an actual surgery. I don't want to talk about it. I know, that's what I said when Rosie suggested it.
Well, wait, but didn't Geraldo do something where he took butt fat and put it in his face or something like that?
Yeah, he did. But this is a thing that they actually do, and I'll talk to you about it later, because it's so unbelievable that that people would do that, but not that you would need to. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway.
Let's talk about, you know, your life is so funny. You talk about this stuff, and it's all real. Do you ever put your lives into the scripts of Jackie Thomas?
Well, on Jackie Thomas, the episode you did, we stole from Rosie, who was on a talk show once, and she started bad-mouthing the writers, and jokingly, but they took it. They had all that black armbands when we got back the next day, and we take the stuff, a lot of the stuff that she does, and we take stuff that people say about me, the media's perception of me, being kind of a hick from Iowa, which I am. But we take that, we put it on there, and then we have some fun with it, yeah.
Yeah. You know, recently I was reading a review about your show, and they were mentioning that you had written letters or something. Do you ever regret anything you do? Is there anything you regret?
Oh, I regret a lot of stuff I do. I don't know, I try to, if I screw up, I try to make amends for it, but, there's stuff I regret.
Like what? What do you regret that you've done?
Well,
because most of the stuff you did is real cool.
Yeah, but it's been cooler since I got sober. There's a lot of weird stuff I did before I got sober a little over 3 years ago. But there's little things day to day. I wish I'd done this or wish I hadn't done this. But I think that I've pretty much. I feel like I hope I have cleaned up whatever I felt bad about and cleaned it up so I can move on. I don't have anything. There's no regrets professionally. I wish I'd have done this or wish I'd done this. And, I'm not mean to anybody, so, I don't have that, Yeah. And I don't know.
I think it's interesting that the guy they thought was going to destroy Rosie's life actually made it better.
Yeah, that's good. I at least that's what I think it did. It certainly made, thank you.
And they thank you.
Yeah, they're like, well... Yeah. And it's made my life a lot better too. And it's great when two people can come from the place, kind of screwed up and get together. Usually when two people are screwed up, they get together, it gets worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we were blessed by God to get together, and through hard work of working on ourselves, we're still doing it. We still got a ways to go. I don't weigh 200, I weigh 230. So we're getting down there, but it'll happen eventually, and we feel real good.
Yeah, the Jackie Thomas Show follows Roseanne Tuesday nights, ABC 9:30. And you guys who believe in God, say a prayer for them because they're trying to have a kid, okay?
All right.
Okay. Peace.